Hello guys and welcome back to episode 29. We are in season 4 now. Fantastic stuff. It's going to be a good one. It promises to be a great episode because it is the transfer episode that we do every single season as we start a new one. So where I'll start off is that we've actually changed skin. As you can see, it's quite a nice skin. I believe it's the FM resin skin. It's the one that's been probably used quite a lot by people at the moment. It's just a very nicely laid out design. I really like the way that you have the cups up here and stuff. I thought I'd just shout it out. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can download it as well if you don't have it already. So, since last time, we'll kick off with the transfers out as we normally do. The first man to leave is Nikola Vlasic. Now, he has left to quite a local side, be it staying in the Premier League. In Everton, he has left. He's playing at Everton. He left for £36.5 million, potential to rise to 50, which is, I think it's pretty much going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to keep him, but I couldn't establish the fact that we've got a £60 million player that wouldn't play a lot. So I didn't want to keep him in the side because I know I can play the likes of Demir or Almada as well to really see them progress. And if we compare him quickly to De Ketelaere, as you can see already, De Ketelaere his octagon already looks incredibly like a much better player. But then you just compare him in the technical ability, much better. Mentally, you can see he's much better. The only place that he does lack is probably this physical ability. But even then, he's still got very good physicals, De Ketelaere, so I'm going to stick with him. So Vlasic is the first man to leave. The second man to note who has left is Tariq Lamptey. A surprise exit for, in all honesty, a very, very surprise exit. But I don't think he suits the side that much. I just something about him. I like to play this wing-back support role. And to me, his positioning is very poor. His marking is very poor. He seems to always be out of position. He's great going forward, like his dribbling ability and his pace is fantastic, but everything else is 12s, 13s, all very average. And for a 23-year-old player, you'd expect a little bit better from him. We've let him go for 40 million. It was all up front as well. 37 million was what we paid for him altogether. So we've made 3 million profit on him. As you can see, just didn't have a fantastic season for us in reality. But for United, he might be good for them. Who knows? But yeah, Lamptey's left. And as well as that, Sven Botman's left. Sven Botman has actually gone. I decided to just take it very quickly and just let him go. Just let him go because I didn't feel like keeping him was going to improve us that much. Now, Monaco wanted him. I managed to wean £39.5 million out of them. It's an initial fee. It all got added to my transfer budget. So we only paid £28.5 million from him in the end, to £11 million profit. Very tidy, but just a very average player for us. For Lille, he was absolutely fantastic. He goes back to the French league, into Monaco, and he might probably do very good again, but to me just wasn't good enough for our side, and we've brought in someone who's probably just a little bit better. And I thought we might as well start with his replacement. It's Arthur Theet. I believe it's pronounced Theet. He's a very, very good player. We've brought him in for actually a really good price as well. 14 million is all we've paid for him. Now, in every type of area, he's better than Botman. He's got a bit more pace. Marking and heading's pretty much the same as Botman's, but tackling maybe a tiny bit less, but better visionary, better passing. Those top-end mental stats for a 24-year-old is incredible, and he's stronger. As I said, better pace, great positioning. I think he's really, really good. 14 million as well. It's pretty much half of what we let Botman go for. Not even that, probably even a third of what we let go for Botman. So to me, this is a fantastic deal. I'm very happy with what we've done with it. I think he's a very good ball-playing defender. So we've brought him in. As you can see, he's had some very good ratings so far. Following that, we've brought in our new number 2, I don't even know, Owen Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum? I think it's Wijnaldum because it was Wijnaldum, so it'd be Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum, really good. I needed a left back. I wanted a strong, competent left back who was great mentally, but could get forward again. Great at tackling. This is what I want. This is the ideal sort of player for me. He's all round a very good player, and I'm very happy to have him because he can play the left wing back role and the left back role perfectly. So he's going to be my starting player. He's already picked up an assist in pre-season. We picked him up for only 17 million as well after 3 very standout seasons for AZ in the Eredivisie. So to me, this is only going to improve our side. He's 24 years of age, so we've got him near enough edging towards his prime. He's going to get a little bit better, but yeah, very happy to introduce him to the side. Now here we have it, one of the big three. Surprisingly, Raspadori has signed. Now this was because Martial has left the club. Now I couldn't find him within all the outgoings and whatever, so I'll have to try and double check if he has actually left the club yet. Raspadori, 16 finishing, 16 first touch, 17 off the ball, 15 composure, great decisions and anticipation, 16 acceleration, great agility and balance in 18s and 17, great stamina, great pace, everything you want in an advanced forward. We've signed him for 27.5 million, potentially 33. He's already worth 70 million. He's 24. He's going to get better. I'm going to get some player traits on him. We've brought someone else into it that he can try and adapt to a bit of his game to become like him. 52 goals in 144 games for Sassuolo. Hopefully he can score quite a few more, as you can see already in the games that we've allowed him for. I don't know why that's messed up there. 2 goals for him already in the 4 pre-season games, so I'm excited to see what he can do for our side. Right then, to bolster that CDM role, I've brought in Christopher Ayer. Now, Christopher Ayer, the reason I've brought him in is he plays that CDM role as good as anyone else. The halfback position is ideally where I'll play him, and he plays it incredibly well. He's 6'5" as well, so he's an absolute stallion in that CDM role. Anchorman as well, he can play that really, really well because obviously that's just what he does. He's a great leader, leadership 17, teamwork 17, so probably a potential captain for us. He's 26, so still he's going to be very, very good for us. But ideally, he can play that ball-playing defender role really well, or even a libero if you want to start playing that. But the ball-playing defender role, he's perfect, absolutely perfect. Great vision, great heading, he's physical, he's good at marking and tackling, which is ideally what you want. The top end of his mental stats is sublime. The bottom half as well, couple it with great vision, work rate, teamwork, etc. Just a really good player, and we've managed to bring him in for only 42.5 million. It goes up to 55 potentially, but considering Brentford wanted about 110 million for him in the January transfer window, 42 million doesn't seem like a lot, and he really, really does help out our side. Finally, the one that I've been waiting to show you, Tariq Lamptey's replacement, is Max Aarons. Every FM, he always ends up at one of the bigger clubs. He's always really, really good. 95k a week as well. I've managed to bring him in for only 50 million. Which isn't too bad. 64 in potential costs. He's going to be the replacement for Lamptey. We've had to pay quite a bit more for him, but he is such an important player for this side. Everything as well, much like Owen Wijndal's sort of stats and whatnot, mirrors that, but on the opposite side of the pitch. He's only 5'7" again, but isn't really a worry for me anymore. Great at tackling, great at marking, positioning off the ball. All of his mental stats are near enough 14 and above, which is what you want. He's only 24, physically absolutely phenomenal again. Great at dribbling, crossing could be a little bit better, but that'll improve. And yeah, I'm just so happy to have him at the club. He's going to be a star player. So we'll go to the transfers then. We'll figure out what has happened with the club. So as you can see, we've brought in Max Aarons. James Justin has joined the side as sort of a backup player that we've brought in here. João Cancelo we got for 14 million. He's a backup right back role, as well as Ben Johnson as well. So Nathan Ake, 7.75 million as well. I think he might be leaving actually. Nathan Ake will be leaving now. We've got a good story about this. He left and went to Wolves. I bought him for 7.75 million. Didn't register him, and then sold him to Wolves straight away, which actually happened with Francisco Trincao as well. Trincao is now playing for Spartak Moscow. I signed him for £1 million, and he went straight away for 16.5. So a few hectic transfers went on. Luis Suarez, an interesting one. I wanted to bring in a cultured striker, a very cultured striker, fantastic striker, and he was the one. Out of everyone, of Cavani, all sorts of strikers, he was the one that said, you know what, I'll come. You've paid the money up front, you must want me. So he's come in, he's going to be a mentor for both Raspadori and Mikoko. He's just going to be so good, and already I think he's already scored in the league, I'm pretty much sure. So I'm very happy to have him. And then the man himself, he's come back. His image is already there. It's Jesse Lingard. He's come back. He's going to serve his time out at the club. We've got an option to sign him. It's for 18.5 million. I don't think I'll pay for that, to be honest. I'll probably try and get a different fee for him, as he's only got a year left on his contract next year. But I'm happy to bring him back to the club. And then on the outs, let me try and find Martial and where he's gone. Martial, 14.25 million we ended up selling him for. It's not a lot of profit. It was £22.5 million worth of profit, but, well, £22.5 million. We sold him on after he had a pretty decent season, 20 goals, but he didn't show up. He's 28, he's on a lot of money, like a lot of money. So I just wanted to get rid of him. Smolensk Sar's gone as well, Eze gone for 17.5, Reguilon went for 19, going up to 27 million. Daviv went as well for 21.5, Jamal Baptiste, Rutter, Troy Parrott's gone. Conor Gallagher we brought in for only 9 million, just as like a backup CDM. Eduardo Cesar, some like midfielders and stuff. He's a very good winger as a regen, I've got to admit. Poor strength, but really good. We've got a lot of regens coming in, you can see here. A lot of weird ones. Fred's gone, Torreira went, Ross Barkley went, I think that was earlier in the season, and Nketiah as well went in January. Goldberg as well went for 1.3 million. So that's you all caught up. This is what we've been playing. So I've already got the sides set up. We've got fullbacks. Interestingly, fullbacks, not wingbacks. Fullbacks because they get forward and get back. That's the essential part of fullbacks to the fullest. So we're going to go into the fixtures now. We're going to play against Everton. Harvey Barnes has scored a hat trick against Chelsea on the opening game of the day. This skin, by the way, is really, really nice, and I think you'll see I've got a custom layout that I can go to now. Haymanager custom layout selection view, and then we should just see what's been going on over the last few games, which I quite like. And you can, when it has the tactics on the left hand side, it'll shift over and whatnot and do its own stuff. So we've got penalties here, goals, assists, yellow cards and clean sheets, so I can have a look at all the goalkeeper stats as well as the playing stats, last 5 games, average rating, stuff, and everything you need basically. So I'm pretty happy with what I've got. Penalties as well, so you can see what's going on. So we're going to go into the game. In net, Ergan, left back Wijndal, Theet and Zuma, who are going to be the starting partnership for this year. Aaron's on the right, Aya in that half-back role, Basuma and Phillips in the midfield, D. Ketelaere in the attacking midfield at attack role, MC Coco as an advance forward, and Raspadori himself as a deep line forward. Probably change that to a complete forward if I have to. We're going to start balanced against Everton, who we struggled against last year, but it is what it is. This is going to be a long episode. I hope you're here for the ride. But hopefully we can start the season out with a great win. D. Ketelaere wants to make it up after we had a pretty poor start, to be honest. And yeah, let's get into the action of this first game. As at minute 30 in, Christensen has the ball. It's played inside and Doucouré ends up with it. Vlasic, the enemy, is playing against us now. Vlasic going down this right-hand side. He's put a ball in, it's cleared by Aarons, and when we get in front of that, we won't. Godfrey's there though, because he's a very good centre back, I've got to admit. Christensen going down this right hand side again, there's nobody there. Calvert-Lewin's going to get his head on that, and that's a well worked goal by Wayne Rooney's Everton side. We've conceded. It's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal at all, as no one's in that left back role. Wijndal's not there. We've had someone running over towards him. Zuma can't beat Calvert-Lewin to him because he's so good in this game, so good in this game. And that for us isn't brilliant. Wijndal has the ball. It's 25th minute. I'm not going to change anything up yet because I'm not going to panic. That's just the opening 2 minutes. It's Aya has had a shot. Raspadori's there. Aya. There we go. The poacher. Raspadori's a bit of a poacher, I've got to admit. He is a clinical finisher. So he's always going to be there when you need him, off the ball as well. As you can see, he's tried to pick up a position at the back post. Basuma plays that back to Aya, who fancied himself from range. It's hit the inside of the post, and then Raspadori's beaten all of the men who have sat ball watching, and we managed to make it 1-1 at Goodison Park. And I'm pretty happy with how we're doing this so far. I'm not going to lie, I'm very, very happy. Christensen plays it back to Mardi, who gives it to Doucouré. They're going to find space in these wide areas, which I'm not too happy about, as Digne plays the ball in. Calvert-Lewin's there, and Ergan with a fantastic save. As we come to an end in the first half, I'm happy with the performance so far. I'll just keep it up. I'm pretty happy. There's nothing to be ashamed of conceding the first 2 minutes, and then throughout the rest of the half, you're not dominating, but we've progressed as well. As Digne's come forward, he's taking the ball a long way down this line. I'm not happy with that. Basuma looks to try and pick it up. Vlasic picks it up though. Can he find a ball? And he doesn't. Wijndal has stuck a foot in. Now, regardless of if this is a penalty or not, which it looked like it was probably just on the line and inside the penalty area, Wijndal's jumped in there. And is he going to get a yellow card as well and get booked? He is. He's got a second yellow, and Wijndal's off. It's an awful debut for him, and that has really put us in a bad position here. So we're going to go to this 5 of the back roll. D. Ketelaire's having an absolute shocker. He's going to come off. We're going to bring on João Cancelo to play that left wing back role. And it's just not been so good so far, has it? Absolute shocking start. And Vlasic is taking the penalty as well. Wow. This is really going to be a kick in the rear as he puts into the roof of the net. Ergan just couldn't get there. On the opening day of the season to Everton, We're still struggling against an Everton side that the full-back rollers haven't been fantastic. Probably need to stick them on defence so they stay back and let players get a bit wider, play a bit wider football. We've got a highlight here. Godfrey has been played the ball into himself. Let's try and see what we can, if we can nick the ball there and go on the counter. As it's played back to Digne. Everton have just slowed it down completely. Doucouré's on the ball. Can we maybe get a foot in? We can't. Henry has been played through. What a save by Sakir. We'll call him Sakir, as Raspadori's been maybe played through here. Suarez picks it back up. Can he maybe find a ball in? He can't. Max Aarons tries to play Phillips through and it's cleared out. I think that'll be the end of the highlight. Oh, and it's just not gone our way today. Can we maybe go a bit more positive since we are just sitting in defence at this point? Can we maybe go... Can we go positive? There we are. Right, demand more from the side. We've got 3 minutes left. Flipping it. Oh dear, oh dear. It's not been a great start to the season at all. Full time, it's been pretty poor. It's been pretty poor altogether. I'm not very happy with this. Apparently, we've had no goals on the shot map, but we've got scored one. So I'm quite confused as to how that's coming up. We'll put our hands on our hips. Unlucky boys. It would have been nice to have won on the first day of the season, but against the tough Everton side, I've got to admit, we've done all right, I think. I think I'll take that. So, yeah, 2 different types of debuts. We've seen Raspadori, who got a goal on his debut, but we've also seen Wijndal, who's been sent off on his debut. So, not fantastic. I hope you did enjoy this transfer episode. Please leave a like, because it's a lot of effort to put these ones together. If you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more so you can get updated in the subscriptions box as they come out, and I shall catch you in the next episode where hopefully we'll have advanced quite a bit into the future, and maybe a Europa League game for you all. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. From Alex, have a great day. Ciao.